What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we talk all things reality TV or whatever. Period. I am your host, Pharaoh. I'm here joined by our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful co-host, Lee. Lee, how you doing? Yeah.
I'm doing good. It's always great to still be able to get here after technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Definitely
we
took a
said, like
while.
we said, the girls need to start watching because the girls need to get paid. Okay.
We need the money out here. I don't know. As you see, we're going to be talking about X on a Beach, episode 10.
10, I fear.
10, I fear. So let's just hop right into it. First of all, we started off the episode, and Devon is talking to Ray about basically Alaine's ex coming in. And it's basically she's telling Ray, or Ray's asking her, he's like, hey, how you think you're gonna feel when his ex comes in? And she's like, I think I'll be okay. But I'm probably not going to, stay in that situation. I'm probably gonna back up from that situation a little bit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it
that's
was
what it was
definitely
giving.
giving a sneak peek of what is inevitably going to happen. Like I said, I was scared because I was like, I don't know how much she was aware of how he was really going to start getting back with his ex, but she did seem pretty aware. So I think that's pretty good because I don't know. We don't know. We're gonna get into it, but we don't know
We don't
who
know
telling the truth, who
what.
doing things for the stunts and shows. We don't know.
How we will see, bitch. Because hold on. First of all, let me pull these people up. Let me put these people up. Let me just put these people up so y'all know what the fuck we talking about. Oh, I care. I know you don't care too much. Okay, bitch. So first of all, we start off the episode. And with Kyra, who are these people? Kyra,
David and Emily.
David, and Emily. These people. What happened with these people? Because I don't even got these people on my list.
Girl, so that really happened.
Okay.
Like, these last few episodes, X on the Beach is definitely running out of content. So I just wanted to touch up on some of the girls. Kyra, Emily, and David. Essentially, David and Kyra have been fucking down, and Emily at this point is okay with it.
Is mad down.
She's mad.
She's okay.
She's mad, but later in the episode, she's like, I guess, if he makes her happy, it's good. That's what she says. Because, there's a moment in the episode where they're all dancing, and basically David and Kyra are fucking on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
They no shame in their game. They will fuck in front of someone. They have done it several times before.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily is dancing with Elias' fine ass, and instead of looking this fine ass man in the face, she worried about David and Kyra.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she says, clearly she wants him, so I have to be okay with it. And so I guess that's something to touch up
on. I guess. Next, Aries and Mike. There was nothing there. I don't know what to tell you. They have a talk. They have this talk and they have a discussion. And you know how Mike always fucking up and then apologizing. Basically, that's what this conversation was. Him and Aries were talking, and Mike was basically like, "Yeah, I mean, I know I'm a bitch. I know I fucked up. I know I'm an asshole, but."
Aries got a good heart because I just know I just know she's just full of love because the way she just keeps forgiving this man. Ooh, and you know what? I understand because I'm a forgiving person. The girls love to forgive a girl. We do, and you know what? I can see it, but it's like Mike. He just keeps doing a lot. I just don't like that he keep playing in my sister's face and then coming back and apologizing. I mean, at least he apologizing. He understands that he stepped out of his boundary. But how many times are we gonna get the sorry, babe?
He was yelling in her face like she was a dog, and I don't like that. I really am anti Mike. I'm really for Aries getting with somebody else, somebody better. I don't know, me, something. But whatever he's doing,
for some reason, nobody wants Elias.
When they should. I was thinking, wait, who was just sitting here? Nicole O. I was thinking Nicole O. Girl, if you don't get to the right man.
Maybe because he's short, I guess. I don't know.
Girl, he's short, but that what big? I don't know.
I fear.
something's tall. I don't know. Next, Darren and Ricky actually do have some conversations because last episode there was a tuffle between Ricky and Darren because what was the issue? There was not a real issue, but there was a fake issue that Darren was mad about some weird. What was it?
Ricky and Darren were having a conversation 2 episodes ago, and it was loud. So they were talking loud to each other. They could barely hear each other. And Darren, hopefully they're obviously drunk. They're both obviously drunk. Well, Darren is definitely drunk. And Darren is asking him like, "Oh, let's go talk. Let's go talk." You know, kind of Jersey accent. And he's like, "You want to talk? You want to go what? Like you want?" She's like, "Let's go talk." And he's like, "Oh, you want to go fuck?" And then she immediately was just like, "I'm over it. I'm over it." You know, like I said, the girls are doing what they have to do to stay in the house. We all know the tea. Let's cut the bullshit. We all know the tea.
Very dramatized.
So they definitely did that storyline, and they're essentially, you know, kind of talking about that 2 episodes later.
Right. So Darren brings up Chippendale and how at Chippendale Ricky used to get girls' numbers. He used to be fucking down on the girls. He used to be cheating on her with the girls, all that shit. And I mean, hey, maybe I need to go to Chippendale's and put a wig on. I don't know. But basically, Darren was kind of just bringing that up because she still needs to get her check. So she was like, let me just bring some up. So she brought that up. They talked about it, and Darren slipped in the L word. She was like, some love. Mm-hmm. And Ricky was like, ooh, some love. What? Did you just say love?
I will say, I don't know how Darren can deal with it, because he is basically a stripper. I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be able to deal with that neither. Like, they don't need to be touching you, I fear. I don't know. Like, not everyone should be able to see it, I fear. Like, I feel like you just grinding up. Look, that's the thing, the grind that he doing on me, he just doing to other girls in the club. Like, I don't need that happening. I don't need that happening.
I definitely agree. Like, I'm gonna have to be at the strip club every shift you got.
Or you know what, babe, you know, McDonald's is definitely hiring. You know, we can do other things. Let's start OnlyFans, maybe.
OnlyFans, maybe.
You don't need Chippendale no more. You can go ahead and quit that.
You can go ahead and stop that. I don't know. Or you better work at a gay one. If he worked at a gay one, well,
I wouldn't trust that either.
I wouldn't trust that either. That's why I said, well.
Because Ricky is fine.
Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm very generous, I fear. Once these Trump check, now what's this called? Once these YouTube checks start coming in. Next.
What happened?
All right, so this is the real meat and potatoes and pussy and popping.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, Jonathan and Joelle, they have a conversation, and they are talking about the issues that they've been having, and they kind of are re-bringing it up, retouching it up, and they're talking about how their communication last time was very off, because it really was. Like, neither of them were really doing what they needed to do or whatever. And so they're having a conversation about that, and honestly, the conversation ends up going well. It started off, I was like, are they all right? Like, what's happening? Mm-hmm. But, after a few loops, it gets to where it needs to be, and they start kissing.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, and then, you know, Joelle, shout out to Joelle, you know, he commented the other day or whatever. But, you know, he said in the comments, like, they had been together for 9 months until he asked on the app on his phone. Now, for me, 9 months really ain't that long. I do think it's long enough to develop a strong connection with someone, especially if you've been with them, you know, consistently for 9 months. Like, that's a lot. So I can definitely see how, I mean, with a little bit more communication, a little bit more talking, they could definitely get over that hump. Because, like I said, like, I feel like, depending on when Grindr was on the phone, like 9 months in, I can see how I would be pissed, but can I not get over it? Mm-hmm. Like 9 months.
And they talked about how during the truth booth at the judge ceremony, you know, they just be doing whatever, y'all. At the thing, they was talking about how Joelle mentioned, Jonathan was like, yeah, I pulled back. And Joelle was like, well, maybe because you pulled back is why the app was on my phone. So it's giving, giving when you put all the pieces together. Jonathan got uninterested a little bit. Joelle got the app a little bit. And they both did something that was wrong.
But see, I don't know. But see, well, at least that's not how I took it. I took that because I'm the type of person, like, if we're in an argument and you said some slick ass shit, well, I'm gonna say some slick ass shit back. It's like when homegirl what's her name? From Basketball Wives, Tammy. She was like, I wanted to tell you that I fucked Chad. She didn't actually fuck Chad. It's just, well, now you want to play in my face, well, I'm going to play in yours. Bitch, it's going to be a whole jungle gym. So he said what he said, but I took it as he didn't really mean that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like 9 months in, like I said, like, I mean, I can see why the app was still there.
I can see why the app was still there.
But like, and I think Jonathan does also make a good point because he says, you know, having the app there in general is dishonest, which I also agree with. Because I do think it's like, it's like, it's both sides. It's like 9 months, it's still like, and it's like 9 months. And we've been fucking with each other like, oh, heavy for 9 months. It's like, okay. Especially too, because I know, like, in the gay community, there are a lot of gay men that look down on Grindr. You know what I mean? I automatically think if you're on Grindr, you just out there giving the pussy to everybody. And for some of the girls, that's true. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with giving the pussy to everybody. But just because the app is there does not mean, you know, I joked about it, but like, not everyone there is just looking to, you know, get slutted out 24/7. Most of the girls are.
But some of the girls not. But that 1% could be Joelle. And my thing is, I do feel like from experience, I've gotten in arguments about that hashtag that app.
Y'all know
in relationship.
The day they got to Grindr, they just straight up said Grindr.
They got tired of lying. Look, they got tired of trying to be cute, bitch. Let's be real. But yeah, I got in an argument with one of my last boos about hashtag that app. And honestly, it was like a few months. So similar situations. But honestly, I mean.
But the thing is, I'm over here talking shit. But like, honestly, if we fuck once and you on the app the next day, I'm gonna be mad. Period. Why you still on the app, babe? It was
okay. Good. And I see that.
What's tea? So after 9 months, I'll be serious too. No shame.
Okay, so they get over it. They kiss. Later on, here come the table of the swish room, the swoopty suite. Safety suite.
The Shack of Secrets.
The Shack of fucking Secrets. So the Shack of Secrets come, and Jonathan and Joelle have to go to the Shack of Secrets. So they go to the Shack of Secrets, and the Shack of Secrets challenge is...
The Shack of Secrets.
The challenge is that each of them have to unlock their phones and let the other nigga go through it. But person. So they unlock their phones, and first, Jonathan goes through Joelle's phone. And you know, what's their name? The producers know everything. So the producer was like, we definitely gonna save Jonathan's phone last. That's the T. We're gonna let Joelle phone go.
Honestly, I thought Joelle was gonna get gagged up even more. Jonathan was going to he still had Grindr on the phone. He went to the Grindr message. I guess he didn't see anything.
That's the thing. You can have the app. You could have just forgot to delete the app. Or like didn't think about deleting the app. I have so many apps on my phone I don't even use, bitch.
Because I also will say too, like, if you were looking at my recent Grindr messages, I ain't talking about shit neither.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So you go through Joelle's phone, and there was nothing fishy, juicy, nothing about Joelle's phone. So Jonathan was like, ooh.
At least that he didn't, or at least that he didn't already know. You knew Grindr was on the phone. There was nothing new. Nothing new.
And so Jonathan was like, ooh, low-key, you should good, I guess. And then Joelle was like, okay, your turn. And Jonathan was like, child, let me think of the password.
Jonathan was scared, shook, panicking. Okay.
What you mean thinking the password, ma'am? And then Ricky and them was killing me.
Ooh, I changed it right before I got in here.
Yeah.
No, man. Like,
Ricky and them was like, who uses password? Boy, if you don't put your face to the phone.
He deactivated it for a whole minute. Mind you, Joelle was like, figure it out.
Figure it out, babe.
You got it.
You got it, babe.
Oh, it's okay. Boy, Joelle got that phone. He started.
No, Joelle was going through it, bitch. So Jonathan finally gets his phone like after 30 minutes. And Joelle starts looking through it. And Joelle's like announcing what he's going to do. He's like, okay, first I'm going to go through your messages. So let's see the messages. So he goes through the messages and he types his name in. He's like, I'm going to type my name in. He types his name in. And nothing pops up. And he's like, ooh.
And that was it.
He was like, maybe Joe, like, let me type something else in. Nothing.
Okay, what am I saved that, baby? Oh.
What am I saved as?
Pookie.
Pay like nothing. Something. Something, but nothing was there. And Jonathan standing there gagged. Like.
And honestly, it's like,
yikes.
Like, honestly, it's crazy though, because it's crazy how that impacted Joelle enough. Like, he didn't want to see nothing else. I'm thinking Joelle finna go to the messages, he finna go to the Instagram, he finna go to the DMs, he finna go to the photos. He went to the messages, searched his name, didn't see it. He was like, wow. And I think for me, that's when I realized, like, I do think Joelle definitely felt something real for Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks that it's just not being reciprocated, but I don't understand how Jonathan is weird, because early he has that conversation, that kiss at the end, and in that experience, he's kind of like, well, I mean, that shows a lot. I mean,
he definitely doesn't. It's not. I don't know, because basically what he kind of makes it seem like, and so does the people in the villa kind of hint at, is that Jonathan don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, Jonathan, when he was done, he was done. Like,
but I just don't. I mean, I guess it's for the cameras, I guess. But, like, what's the point of the conversation earlier is my thing.
What's the point? What's the point? I don't know. I do feel like there are some people out there who are very easy at pretending or actually shutting off. Like, just, okay, I can be very into you, and then one day I'm like, oh, never mind. There's people like that. Maybe Jonathan's just that type of person, and now, like, that he closed that door, it's kind of like, well,
I will say, Joelle, girl, if you met him on Grindr, then he can definitely, I mean,
stay on Grindr. Maybe try Tinder. I don't know. Like,
it's like, dating in the gay community is the hardest thing ever. It really is. It really is. The girls just want to fuck.
My thing is, I should have just stayed in the closet. I should have just stayed in the closet, because people in the closet get more pull than people out the closet. The fuck? So it's giving there's no, like, where's the relationship? Like, I want a happy, fruitful, you know what? Let me stop. Hashtag pride. The fuck? Pride month. Next, we go into the real people, the real shit of the show.
The meat and potatoes, the steak,
meat and potatoes. Eggs, oh my god.
Waffles and the French toast, the cheesecake and the apple pie.
First of all, y'all know, if y'all have been watching, y'all know we fucks with Devon. We fucks with Devon. That's our girl.
That's
so it like hits me a little bit too close to home when she's in situations. So if I got some opinions, I got some opinions. So what I was gonna say at the beginning of the episode, I'm bringing back. This is not a beginning. This is not a beginning. Devon talks to Ray. Why am I calling her Devon? Devon talks to Ray, and Ray is like, "How you gonna feel when Alaine's ex comes in the door?" And Devon is like, "I'm gonna be real. I'm probably gonna pull away." And right there already, me, I was like, as Devon, you know, as a Devon soldier, a slave on nation, you know, Devon, like, I want her to. I feel like Devon has a tendency to, just how I was talking earlier with Jonathan, shut it off and leave. Like, Devon, one thing Devon can do is shut it off and leave, I fear. And I feel like in relationship terms, that's not necessarily a positive quality, because there's a lot of times where you need to leave it on and stay. And
it's definitely, it's a defense mechanism. It definitely is. And I feel like if what Devon has mentioned on Twitter that we're going to get into is true, then maybe it was the correct way to go about it.
Maybe it was for the best, I fear. So that's what she says. Then we get a flashback of Alaine talking to Gay, and he basically explained how him and his ex ended, and his explanation was that basically it was fine, and then over time it just kind of faded away, and that's how we ended on. So that's kind of what the explanation he gave to Devon. Devon was like, okay, whatever. Boom. We're at the beach. Alaine is at the beach with whoever and whoever. And so Cher walks in. First of all, gorgeous. Down.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
She is beautiful.
Oh my god.
And it's like, just the fact that her and Alaine was together, just two gorgeous human beings. Like,
very godly, like very Aphrodite and Hades or whatever.
Like, just that poof. You know, that's a presence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just walk. It's just okay. Cher walks in, looking bad down. And so she talks about the relationship with her and Alaine. And she basically is like, to be honest, y'all, it was perfect. He treated me nice. He treated me right. Everything was going good. Everything was going great. I loved how it was going. We was chilling and we was bopping and booping and booping and bopping. And then randomly he was like, we're going too fast. She also mentioned, she's like, usually I'm the one who has control, Alaine to control, like the man he is. Alaine started taking it fast. And then Alaine said we were taking it too fast and he left. And she was like, honestly, like, I don't have no ill will. Like, it was great. Like I said.
It was just weird. Like,
it was just weird that he randomly just cut it off. I guess, I don't know what it is. So that's how she explained it. And she was a little bit like, you know, she doesn't know how to feel.
Like and that is honestly such a BS excuse. Like, you a grown ass man talking about some things just moving too fast. Like, are we in middle school?
What grade are we in? Like, what's too fast at our big age? I don't know. Time is ticking, I fear. Like, I don't know. So Alaine basically is like, I feel really, really good seeing Cher. He already mentioned multiple times that he's probably gonna want to fuck with whoever his ex is that comes back in. Probably knew it was gonna be Cher, you know what I'm saying? So
hey, I mean, definitely.
So Cher and Alaine, they talk about why they like what happened when they broke up or whatever. And Cher says, how we was doing good, and then you randomly we was doing bad. Like, I don't know.
Now, you tell me what happened.
Mind you, that's not necessarily what Alaine told Devon. Like, it kind of is, but it's kind of not. But and then that happens again later. So we move. It's like Alaine is telling the truth, but he's definitely like, I don't know. Alaine didn't make it seem like he cut off the relationship with Cher when he told Devon that. He made it seem like we agreed.
Alaine and Ray have a lot of similarities.
Oof.
Beautiful down, just gorgeous men. But it's just when it comes to juggling these women, it's clearly, I don't know. It's like a genuine like they don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on. Like
if this was Big Brother, you would have got caught, I figure. Anyways, so Alaine and Cher talk, and Cher's like, yeah, I felt like you just cut it off. Alaine was like, honestly, that was my mistake. I apologize. One thing about Alaine, he knows the right thing to say. When he not lying. You know, if he just got to tell his honest feeling, like, he knows exactly what to say to make a girl want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, me.
I just feel like the audacity for me to think that a man looks that good and is just not an asshole, I fear. What are you doing?
I just want to, I don't know, like.
It's a man. But, like, he knows he's fine, too. Like, of course. Mm-hmm.
He just gives, like, he seems a little sweet to me, according to the television show. He seems so sweet. He seems like he knows exactly what he needs to say. Like, oh, you know, I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. Honestly, I need to reconcile that. He tells Cher, he's like, Cher, honestly, I have a girl back home that I was feeling. Her name's Devon. So I just wanted you to
conversation.
So I just want you to understand. I just want you to know that I have someone who I'm talking to back at the villa, and I want you to be aware of everything that's going on. And you know, I think she's a really good girl. I'm really feeling her. So I'm just letting you know that I might want to still try to see how that goes with Devon. But I still want to work things out with you. So he let Cher know. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm. And Cher's like, you know, honestly, I think the biggest thing that was wrong with our relationship is communication. So the fact that he's communicating with me, I think is a good start.
Here. So Cher is being brought back to the villa. And so she's walking in. First of all, Cher and Emily know each other. They're like besties or whatever. Besties. So Cher and Emily are like, oh my God, hey girl, like, what's up, bitch? We finna run this house like
besties on the beach.
Besties on the beach, yo. So they have their little cool, whatever. Then we get Devon's like reaction. So Devon sees Cher and she's like, ooh. And Devon has a confessional. She's like, that girl is very beautiful. I'm going to be very cautious of how Alaine treats the situation. And that's that. Period. After that, we get to the dancing scene. So they're all learning how to do bachata. And so as they're learning how to do bachata, Devon, they have to pick partners. So Devon immediately picks Ray. And Alaine has a confessional. Alaine's like, honestly, I would have wanted to pick Devon, but she went straight to Ray. So it's like,
and
whatever.
didn't she say, I danced with Ray to make Alaine jealous?
Make him jealous. That's what she said. She said she wanted to see how he was going to react. She wanted to make him jealous. Now,
she's the queen.
Right there, right there, I was already like,
I look at the cat and mouse game. I was so
thought the same. Sometimes I was about to say, sorry, you going straight. You went from nothing to something. Like, I love it. No, honestly, I was like, Devon, if you don't go dance with that man, like, it was giving, and this is the issue. According to the edit, that happened before Alaine did anything with Cher, before anything happened with Cher. So, in my opinion, I feel like Devon was like already pulling back. Not even in my opinion. Devon was already pulling back before Cher even walked in the villa with the conversation with Ray. And now it's like Cher is here and Alaine is claiming, that's the thing, we only see in the edit, is claiming that he wanted to dance with Devon regardless anyways. And she didn't allow that because I feel like in her mind, she's like, I need to, let me see how he does. And I feel like, I do think it's important for the man to be very open with how he feels. But even later when Alaine talks to Devon, even though that's the thing, Alaine fucks up after 4 or 5 times of Devon already indicating that, and I feel like it's a two-way street. Like, yes, Alaine needs to show that you care, but Devon isn't great at showing people how she feels. And she knows that. She spoke about that early in the season. She's not great at showing that. So I do feel like it for me, I wish she would have just like, I want Devon to be happy, So Devon dances with Ray. She's like, I want to see what Alaine says, like if he's gonna, feel some type of way or whatever. And clearly he did because his confessional was straight up. She went to Ray, so he was thinking about it. Or they asked him about it. What's the tea? So boom. After that, Alaine he picked Cher. So him and Cher start dancing,
and apparently Cher and Alaine, they are professional dancers. I don't know. They have been doing this as a couple for years. See,
apparently,
Cher and Alaine give me very much active couple. They're that couple that go hiking, they go canoeing together, they go camping, they make breakfast in the morning with their Doberman Pinscher. I don't know, like they're that type of relationship. So they're grooving it up on the dance floor, and they just start grinding down. And I was watching, girl.
I was watching, and I would love for it to be recorded. I would.
OnlyFans? I don't know.
Let's try that. I don't know. So they're grinding down, and every person on this cast should make an OnlyFans. I don't know, like mine as well. So Alaine and Cher are damn near fucking on the dance floor. And Devon is like, that's disrespectful down. What the fuck? And it is. I don't agree.
I do believe it was disrespectful down. And I think that was Devon's point of, in this situation, I do feel like she was basically giving him control of the situation. Like, you basically need to prove to me you as a man. And I think,
I see that.
You as a man, what decision you're going to choose. Because at the end of the day, if you want me, if she's here or not, you're gonna want me. You're gonna come to me. You know what I mean? And I think that's her way of going about it. Which honestly, in this situation, I think is right. I feel like if it was just her and Alaine, and she had pulled away without no Cher being here, it would be a different story. But since Cher is here, it's like I see the reasoning her doing this, and I think this just for her, that was already validation. It's like, well, you grinded up on this bitch in my face, so clearly you don't care. So I definitely see why she felt okay. Did that because she didn't dance with you don't mean grind up on another bitch. Was she grinded up on Ray? So
period. So he grinded up on her, disrespectful down, and Day gets upset about that because he's like, "What the fuck, disrespectful down?" Boom. We move to the next day. On the next day, Alaine has a conversation to Elias, and he's basically talking about the situation. And Elias is like, "So, what you feeling? What you thinking?" And Alaine kind of says, "Like, I want to continue things with Devon, but I am okay with trying things out with Cher." I'm not sure. Men are weird.
Very.
The conversation went something along those lines.
I was like, why are they speaking? This is the most random duo. I guess Alaine and Elias.
5 niggas link up.
Period.
I don't know.
Because it's the two alliances in the house. You know, Devon got her crew. Honestly, it's Devon and the gays. We love.
Period.
Devon and Aries are running that side, and then you got this new side of Emily, Kyra, Elias, Alaine. You know,
you're annoying. So they talk. That's how that conversation goes. And then Alaine's like, I need to go talk to Devon. Period. So Alaine goes and talks to Devon. And
Elias didn't offer no helpful information in that.
Oh, you see, I didn't saw his response. So, okay, Alaine's conversation with Devon goes, this was an interesting conversation for me because Alaine basically is like, honestly, Devon, I know Cher is here. I know that's my ex, but I do want to continue pursuing things with you. I'm feeling you. I'm loving our vibe. I'm loving our energy. I want to continue going on with you. And Devon's response was, if you're going to continue things with me, but also try to talk to Cher, then I don't want to be in a tribunal, you know, a triangle. Like, I'm not trying to be in a triangle. You know, if you're gonna be about me, you're gonna be about me. And I get it. I do. Honestly, I get it.
Like, this is not, I mean, I get it. It's X and the B, but I thought we was having something serious. If you just start entertaining the X on the beach, then you can X on that beach. I don't know.
You can X on that beach, I fear. I don't know. Devon's just interesting because I feel like a lot of other bitches, let's be for real, a lot of other people, a lot of other women, men, whoever, would have low-key just been like, okay, like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, daddy. Like, we've seen it this whole time, like, people talking to other people while they talking to other people all the time. But with Devon, she's just not gonna do it.
I think,
and that's just Devon.
That's like, Devon. It's like a respect thing. It's like, and this is what I think. This is why people have that respect for Devon. Like, you know, she's not gonna allow herself to be seen like that on TV. I think it's her thing. It's like, you're not gonna see me as just someone that you can come to when you're not fucking with this hoe.
Literally. Child. So that's what happens. And basically she's like, I'm gonna pull back, you know? She lets him know. Now he knows. Then Alaine goes and talks to Cher. So when he talks to Cher, he tells Cher, basically, I decided that I really want to focus on you. And Cher, he's like, I had a conversation with Devon, and me and her mutually agreed that we'll just pull away. And that I'll just be able to focus on you.
And see, this is why you can't, and this is the issue. I think this is another thing with Devon too. She's clearly expecting children to be men. Because she did the same thing with Jamar. Jamar, listen to me, look at me. They don't have that. I think Alaine definitely showed his ass. You know what I mean, with this conversation alone, because that's not what happened at all.
That's not what happened. And honestly, y'all, if you like men, like women, I think honestly, a man is never, even me, no man.
Nope.
No man.
No matter how good he looked. Honestly, the better he looked.
The better he looked, the worse it is, I fear. Maybe get you an ugly man? Yeah. Even that one where I don't know.
I mean, Bryce is out here calling people in the R word, so clearly that ain't good either.
Why he catching strays? He been gone. He do. Okay, y'all. After that bullshit ass conversation,
well, he lies down.
Cher, intelligent queen, is like, let me talk to Devon because that sounds a little.
And this is where it starts to get interesting. So, you know, Miss Cher, she goes to Devon, and basically they start talking or whatever. And Cher's like, so he let me know that, you know, you guys mutually agreed. And Devon was like, ¿Qué pasó, eh? And she was like, yeah, you guys mutually agreed to not. She was like, no. I told him that I was pulling away. And Cher was like, That's not what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously this conversation makes Devon upset because, well, now you just lying on my name at this point. So not only are you playing in my face, now you lying on me? And it's like, I definitely see her frustration because it's like, I just got done dealing with this child, Jamar. Now I'm dealing with another child. And then this is where she gets really emotional. This conversation, she begins to cry. And now we have to address some Twitter things because me and Farrell kept mentioning allegedly when it comes to Alaine the things he was saying in the confessional, because there are some things that happen in the hashtag real world, that Devon mentioned. So essentially, she said, because after this conversation she was crying, she said, "This is cap. All of these tears were because Cher pulled me aside and told me they had a convo about me when she arrived. Are you into someone in the house? Him. Yes. Her. Is she attractive? Him. And she's so. I'm just doing what I have to do." And then someone else said, Alaine. Oh, they added Devon. That was like, Alaine was so into you, girl. Like, way into you. Over his ex. Why didn't you give him a chance? And she was like, there's a lot that wasn't shown. I have to protect me. The confessionals of him saying he was into me in the combo with Eli was cute, but there were other actions and alleged conversations that said otherwise. So at this point, we can kind of conclude that Alaine, that ain't shit, I fear. Now the thing is, I don't want to go based off what Devon said. We don't know the edit Devon story. There's a line side of the story, there's a Cher side of the story. We don't really know fully what happened, but I can see them grinding on each other, her taking that as a stance. We don't know if behind the scenes other places that maybe he wasn't talking to her as much. Maybe he did back off a little bit more. And then also, whether he was lying or not to Cher, I can see him saying that about Devon 100%. Because clearly he lied that easily to her just then. So he probably lying to say that shit. And let's be clear, it's very much a lie because Devon is nowhere near so.
Period. The fuck? And honestly, y'all, let's be real. Let's be real. This is a show. The shit that be going on definitely is exaggerated. So Alaine saying that I'm doing what I have to do is basically what me and Lee have been saying this whole time. They're doing what they have to do.
They're getting a
so that's definitely not surprising for him to say that. Basically he told Cher, babe, I had to get my check while I was here, and that's what I was doing, according to Devon.
Clearly, Devon saw this as a real connection, not a check connection. Because Devon left her real job for this. She was the therapist of the show. This she is now like she got a storyline for him. Like she could have kept her 9 to 5. But
the same thing she did for Jamar. She keep giving these niggas storylines. Devon, honestly, just go back to the challenge. I don't know. You got your own storyline there. You don't have to help these men
your own show outfits. Call MTV and tell them to give you your own show. Because that's what deserves.
Period. And they will get more views. Devon on the beach. Devon of love. What's it called? Let's bring back the of loves. Anyways, Alaine was playing in my girl's face this whole time. This whole time I had to pray pretend. Girl, Alaine was playing in her face. I fear. But it doesn't matter. Basically, Cher was like, he weird for that, I fear. Devon was like, he weird as fuck for that, I fear. And that's the conclusion we came to. What was the next time? Because I don't write it down.
Oh, girl, I didn't even pay attention to this. I'm so over it. Oh, basically, Ricky and Darren, they're all at the couches. And they get, was it a message in the bottle or is it on the screen?
It was on a message in the bottle on the screen? Something.
I think it was both. Basically, it's about Ricky and Darren. And Mr. Ricky has to go to the Shack of Secrets where he's going to talk to, who was this woman? His ex, I believe?
Some lady.
Basically, it's they're kicking off drama between the perfect couple, Ricky and Darren, because X the bitch is messing down, and they was basically like, y'all don't got enough drama, so we finna fuck that up.
And that's what they're gonna do. So next episode,
so I don't think any more X's are coming. I think we're done with the X's are coming. The circle has solidified. It has formed. No more people are coming. I'm hoping they start kicking more of the girls out. Because we never see the finale of X on the Beach. We have no idea how this shit ends. They just leave. It's like Bachelor's Club. They just,
walk out once out.
Hey, the line's made to the end. Let's go. I don't know. But
I don't know. I guess we'll see y'all. Tune in next week, child. We're gonna be talking about the same damn show. We also talking about like 2 other shows. But as time goes on, we will definitely be covering a lot of things coming up. Big Brother 24, Survivor 43, the Challenge USA. Check that out. Wink, wink, wink. We will be covering all the good things. Amazing Race, girl. Get into it, I fear.
Claire are gonna be there.
Claire and DX. Ciao. Bye, Elm.